Hello, I'm PX and welcome back to the Minecraft news videos. They have some pretty exciting news to share with you all, and it is to do with the next update coming out for Minecraft PC. That is the update coming out after 1.13, because we already know everything inside of the aquatic update, but it seems like we got a huge hint as to what is coming afterwards. So this comes from the Minecraft Creator Summit. That was a thing that went down last week, where they brought in a bunch of Minecraft creators, i.e. YouTubers, and they, told them a bunch of things about the future of the game, and we already learned that they've planned out 1.14, 1.15, and 1.16. We already planned they plan to do a combat update V2, and we also learned that they're going to be changing villages in the future, and it might be the major feature of an upcoming update. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video where we go over how we learned this, as well as what this might mean. You can like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets us know you do like the Minecraft news. I like to believe that we try to cover it pretty thoroughly, pretty honestly, and pretty in-depth, and hopefully you all do agree with that. But let's get straight to where the news itself came from, because Doc M77 uploaded this video where he said this about the big meeting with Jeb.
Yeah, concerning the future of the game. For example, already Mojang has planned out 3 full updates. Also, he mentioned that the PvP system might get an overhaul. Villagers definitely will get another look to have more functionalities like fishing and stuff like that.
So I found that wildly interesting because, as well as confirming the 2 things we already knew, again, the combat update V2, the 3 more updates thing, he also confirmed that they are going to be changing villages. He said they're definitely going to be changing villages in a future update, and that's quite a cool thing because, again, villages have been changed time and time again since the start of villages coming to Minecraft. At first, villages exist, and then they had pigmen inside, then they had testificates, they changed the name to villagers, then they added trading, then they made zombie villagers. Like, villagers are such a key, integral part of Minecraft. They're one of the few other characters that exist in the game, and it sounds like from that they want to make a few of the changes that they've always wanted to make in a future update. So maybe 1.14 will be the villager update. Maybe the big thing they're going to focus on is the biome which contains the main type of village, the the plains biome, or maybe it's going to be based on just structures as a whole. We're not entirely certain, but it seems like villagers are one of the key things they want to fix, and the specific example that was given there is making the villagers fish. And this is something, again, by itself, it seems really like a dull feature. Like, making villagers that can fish, it sounds interesting enough, but the obvious question is, like, why would you add that? Why would that be your first, the first big thing you want to focus on, making villagers fish? It doesn't seem like it's something that's necessarily something you need to put in the game by itself, and yeah, that's kind of what we know so far. We know there is going to be brand new villagers. They're going to have an overhaul, not just some changes, a full overhaul of the system. They might even be the focus of this update for all we know. 1.14, again, the village update, and that's the stuff that we know. Now what I like to do with all the news videos is not only talk about what we know for sure, but to talk about what that necessarily might mean, because when he says, fishing is the one specific feature named, to me that doesn't sound like he just said, Jeb's thinking there, like, what the best thing that villagers could do is fish, because again, it doesn't necessarily add new exciting gameplay. It doesn't really do anything besides add a new way to get fish to the game, and given we already have so many ways to get fish now, that doesn't seem so necessary, and if it was necessary, this update would be the one to add it in, the aquatic update. So to me, it sounds like that was just one example of new villager professions, and given, because when I put that in the context of a quote that Jeb made quite some time ago, where he mentioned how he originally was calling the nitwit villager the unemployed villager, because every villager had its role, but the truth is that every villager right now is just a trader. Like, every single villager, and even though there's level workers, there's blacksmiths, there's priests, there's cartographers, there's farmers, etc., all these villagers do technically have careers, they have roles, and they have different trades based on that. All of them, their job and their only thing they do in the day is they trade. So, given that we have farming villagers that can now farm, maybe he wants to expand that system and make it so that all villagers might do their own little thing for the village to, again, have like kind of a living, breathing society. And one of the ideas that I think would be great from this, because one of the original goals for any, I guess, procedural game is to make it so that the villagers can, by themselves, without any outside assistance, expand their own village. And although there'd obviously have to be caps on that and there'd have to be limits on it, you could have a sort of system where, again, every villager's work on their own thing to give the village as a whole resources, and that's how stuff like the blacksmith chest could be explained. They all kind of work together and then eventually put stuff in there, and then, you'd have to have a system to stop people from stealing all that sort of stuff, but it sounds kind of exciting. And the reason that I suggest that, if there are going to be roles, the ones that I would suggest come up the most are when you look at the careers that exist right now. If you look at the big list of careers inside Minecraft, there's farmer, there's fisherman, there's shepherd, there's fletcher, there's librarian, but the first 2 examples, the farmer already exists. There's any of these types of villagers will farm already, but if you have a fisherman village, one that's going for fish, you have a way for them to get fish. If you have a shepherd villager, he could go out and he could collect sheep and have like a little animal farm attached to the village. I really like the idea of having villages that feel more alive, and although I think you need to add more actual interactivity of the villages, because just having trading isn't enough. So like maybe there's a way to steal from villagers, but there's some downsides to it. Maybe there's some more benefits for going all the way up on the villager tree. Maybe they bring you food. Like, this guy's fishing all day, and then if the village likes you enough, he gives you the food. If the the farming villagers, they like it enough, they'll give you wool from something. Something like that would be a great idea. And my favorite idea, this is one I just came up with. This totally isn't going to happen, but it's one that's like, what? I can dream right. What if you make the village like you enough, they give you better trades. You make the village like you more, they give you more stuff. You make the village like you the most, and they'll build a statue of your skin. I'm just saying, totally not going to happen. There's a billion reasons why, but wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't self-expanding, kind of sustaining villages be a great thing in Minecraft? I think they would be, and that's something that I'm totally just on board with. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think about new villages, because again, now we know they're going to be changing in the future. We know they're going to be coming in some form, and we know the only example that we've heard is fishing. So maybe your brain goes in an entirely different direction with that. Maybe again, like I always say, that was the news. That's what I believe it kind of means. But if you have a different opinion, I always like to read it in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching this quick little news video. I like to keep you up to date with the, whatever's going on in Minecraft, because I think being informed about whatever's happening is not only an important thing, but I think it's pretty interesting, and I thought you might also agree with that. But for now, please do like this video if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you do like to see these daily-ish news videos. Whenever there's Minecraft news, I like to let you know what it is, so we can all stay up to date. And just as a, tiny little side note here, a lot of people are saying there's going to be an update coming out for Minecraft console tomorrow. That's not a correct thing. As far as I can tell, it's coming out of nowhere. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting your hopes up, because it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Again, we could see anything crazy can happen anytime, but it really seems there's a billion reasons why it shouldn't be coming out tomorrow, based on the fact that we had an update literally last Tuesday, and there's a billion other things. Again, stay up to date with my Twitter if you want to hear more of this stuff. If you want to hear when the update's actually likely to come out, you can watch my video from yesterday. However, in the nearest future, we are expecting more Minecraft updates in terms of Bedrock 1.4.3, as well as the full Phase 2 is coming sometime pretty soon. And yeah, lots of exciting stuff coming on soon, and I'll keep you up to date with all of that. But for now, hope you all enjoyed the video, because I'll see you next time. Goodbye.